Matt, a 3-2 win against a very good Notts County side. Your thoughts on that one, please?
Yeah, very good Walsall side as well. I thought we had to show the different sides to us that we've shown before tonight, and by that I mean you know that they're going to try and play through. They play to their rhythm at times, try and overload you in wide areas at times, drop their sixes out and try and negate our press, which they did at times, but not many in that first half. And we really had to feel it out. I think we had to feel out. We had to feel out when the opportunities were going to come in terms of, as I say, their sixes were dropping out, outside centre half stepping on, trying to create overloads in those wide areas, and we just had to work out that little bit of patience out of possession. I thought, which is at times in that first half, they have that one chance in the game in the first half, and then I think we have 3 or 4 where you're thinking, let's get that chance, get our noses in front. And when we did get our noses in front, I thought start of the second half they came out firing. We had to weather a storm, which I quite like, that we have them moments in it and we come through it and we defend for our life when we have to and get blocks and all that sort of stuff. And I thought the first goal changed the game a little bit, because then it forced them into trying to be quicker with the way that they play, and then that enabled us at times to steal it and move it forward from there. So listen, it was a proper team performance from everybody involved, everyone connected. Just pleased and proud with many of them performances out there tonight.
I've lost count now the amount of times we talk about being ruthless in the second half, and it's 3 goals again from the side today. And the first one, Taylor Allen's delivery, is something that's caused many teams issues all this season, and he gets a goal directly from there.
Yeah, but the little subtle things on that, George does his job on the goalkeeper, make sure that it doesn't look like a foul, which I don't think it was, but he's in and around it to prevent him, and he gets caught himself under the ball, the keeper. So again, Tails, his delivery is top drawer. We're very lucky with the deliveries we got. Evan Weir's another one with that. And then I thought George put a good ball in for Dave just after to maybe score again. So we have to keep trying to get goals from set plays, because it's it's a key part of the game for teams, for every team. So we want to be as competitive as we can from those set plays. So brilliant that we were today. I don't know, I just thought there was real performances across the pitch, and everyone had to stand up to what the challenge was today. I thought, again, first half, because they are open when they do turn it over, I think maybe we tried to rush the transition a little bit when I felt like we could maybe settle down into an extra pass at times. But as the game got on and we start to become a little bit more seeing what the game looks like, I thought we really grew into that, and we looked a real threat as it went on. So, but that's all like the hard work that they put in. I thought Hawley and Charlie and Sturkey in the engine room there, they really set the tempo for us, and they had to, because there's good players they're playing against. And then, as you say, we were ruthless when the moments came.
George gets the man of the match accolade, rightly so as well, gets his goal. It looked like, he was doing a lot of work throughout that game, and to get, 80 minutes out of him must be a real bonus for him as well, and a real big boost that he gets that goal as well.
Yeah, I thought first 15 minutes of the game, I think Georgie was probably being too conscientious in his work defensively, and that's a great trait to have, that he wanted to be like that. And then I think once he saw the game, once he got into the game, that enabled him to not be doing so much out of possession, even though his out of possession work was brilliant. It enabled him to maybe jump a little bit higher on their outside centre halves, which I thought he did very well. And then again, as the game wore on and the level of his work continued to grow, I thought we showed that real legs in the game. I thought Charlie was outstanding, absolutely outstanding in the way that he went about the game today. He reads the press very well, and he's a constant thorn, and he's a real pest in that midfield area. So yeah, as I say, and back to front, I thought defence were very good. Set the tempo of the game at times for us, and had to be on their mettle with things, because again, they're a good team, no doubt about that. You see that at the end there. You always know that the game is that they're in the game, as that shows right at the death, and Tommy has to pull out that save. And they're always in the game because they've got good players throughout the team. So for us, we had to show that resilience, that heart, that desire, and then take our chances when they came. I think we probably could add more, to be honest with you. I thought there was a few chances in the penalty area where maybe that little bit of composure where we've blasted it into the stand. That being said, Liam, I'd wanted to take it into the corner rather than blast it into the stand at the end there. But again, we've showed loads of sides to us today, so I'm really pleased with that.
Talk about every member of the squad, playing their part, and I think that goes to show with the two substitutions there with Jack Earing and Albert Adoma working together to set up the third goal. Nathan Lowe, right place, right time again, and just goes to show the impact that everybody can have in this group. Yeah,
I thought after they scored, and when they score their first goal, you're kind of a little bit hesitant to do a sub straight away, but I did it, and Albert and Lowe then took the game on again then, and I thought Jack did the same when he came on, and it's very much so a team game. Very much so. Obviously taking Albert off at half time the other day, I spoke to him about that and spoke to him the reasons why, and listen, the pro that he is very much so like, Gaffer, it's the right thing for the team. And tonight the effort for the team that he came on just carried on the momentum that the other guys had put in, because I thought Jammer was an absolute problem, as he is and shows all the time at the top end of the pitch there. So yeah, and I thought Conor Barrett had a cracking game as well today. I thought him and Liam continue to be real sources of output on the outsides for us, and the wing backs, I knew they were in a real game both sides against real good wing backs. They've got proper players out there, so we knew that we had to be good in those wide areas, had to be really diligent with our defending, which we were. So yeah, really pleased.